Welcome to the next lesson. In this lesson we are going to draw boxes. If you've missed the lesson about the isometric grid, I will supply the link in the description below. In this lesson we are going to draw boxes. What I want to do now is I want to reduce the opacity of my grid to about 50%. So let's do that. And I want to lock my isometric layer. So make sure that you lock so that you don't accidentally draw on this isometric grid. Then I'm going to use a solid fill color. I'm going to make it a darkish blue like that. Make sure that you select your mask layer and Control I on your keyboard to invert that. And then pick a brush that you like. I'm going to make sure that I've got my size, my pressure sensitivity on, and I'm going to use opacity as well. Right, so let's first start off with drawing a box. So I want the box to be 2 blocks high, and you can press shift while dragging so that your lines stay perfectly vertical. But you might need to disable all of that if you want to do this. Right, all right, so let's do that. I'm going to keep all of that off. So click a dot there, and then while holding shift, click a dot there. While holding shift, click a dot there, and repeat the process. So you don't need to do that for that as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to duplicate that, Control T, flip horizontal, press enter, and just drag it along. Right, make sure that you've got your layer mask selected and that you've got your brush selected. Click, and while holding shift, click again. So now we've got a box drawn in 3D perspective. Okay, we can now press Control E to merge the 2 layers. And now you can, while holding shift in, scale this cube to whatever size you want it to be. I just want to move this out of the way to about there, and let's repeat the process. This time I'm going to select a different color. Let's make it a purple, dark purple color like that. Remember to invert, so make sure that you select your layer mask, Control I on the keyboard. And then make sure that you've got your brush tool selected again. This time we want to make a flat box like this. Okay, so I'm going to make a narrow box like this. Okay, so that's another way to make a box. Let's put this box around here. Right, so if you select the move tool is V on the keyboard, and you can find your keyboard shortcuts by hovering over the tools. So V on the keyboard to select the move tool and move stuff around. Right, let's do another box. Select another color. Make it a darkish green like that. Select the mask layer, Control I to invert it. Make sure you've got your brush tool selected, B on the keyboard. Again, if you hover, you'll see the keyboard shortcut for it, brush tool and B on the keyboard. This time, however, I want to make a cube that is narrow this way, or a box. Okay, and then instead of taking it all the way up to there, I'm just going to take it to there and to there, up and to there, and then down like that and like that. So now we've created a new shape using the boxes to the box principle to create a new shape. let's move this one out of the way as well. All right, let's repeat this process. Let's make it a little bit more complex now. Let's use an orange color like this, orangey brown color. Again, Control I on the keyboard, B to select the brush tool. Right, so I'm going to use the same principles now to do that one. I'm going to make it slightly larger. Bring it in. Now instead of going straight here, I'm going to go that way, maybe that way, two up. And then let's complete this one. Right, so bring it up 2, bring it up 1. Just going to go 1 down. Then bring it up like that. 1 up, 1 out. You can see now we're having a lot of fun creating shapes using our box shape. Right, so if you disable the ISO grid, you can see your shapes. So beneath all of this, I'm going to create a new solid full color. I'm going to make it a grayish color like that. Invert that again. And then using the wand tool, I'm going to select all of the faces that's going that way. Right. Then select, modify, expand by 2 pixels maybe, so that our selection goes underneath our lines. Then make sure that the foreground, background colors are black and white. Press X on the keyboard if it's not. We want the white at the back. And then make sure you've got your mask selected here. And then press delete on the keyboard, which will delete the black. So it will create a white mask. If you hold Alt in on the keyboard and click the mask, you will see what the mask look like underneath. And the same for these masks as well. If you Alt click again on the mask, it will reveal the mask. Control D to deselect. Right, let's select the front faces of all of these. Do the same again, select, modify, expand by 2 pixels. And then you'll notice that I've done the shading underneath all of that. All right, this time let's select another gray color, but this time slightly lighter, like so. Right. Let's make this one darker. And that's the benefit of creating solid full layers, is you can go back. If you double tap the icon, you can go back and edit your colors for that solid full color. Let's warm that up, maybe make it a yellow grayish color like that. And then let's select the tops as well. W for the wand tool. W for the wand tool. Select, modify, expand by 2 pixels. This time we're going to select a light yellow color to mimic sunlight, something like that. And this is how you quickly create isometric boxes. I hope that was useful. See you in the next lesson.